Nah, bro, don't even get me started on Troublesome Adventures. Please, don't even get me started. Sup, welcome back to another video. So y'all already read the title. We're gonna be doing different JoJo games, reviewing them, and we're gonna make a tier list at the end of the video. I guess we're already in stand-up, right? So I'll just give my opinion on that first, since it's like a pretty cool game, I guess, yeah. I'll be rating, by the way, the way I'm gonna be rating these games is like, A, how enjoyable is it to play? B, how clean is it to play? Like, do the game mechanics feel smooth? Is everything like, does the game work properly? And then 3, the third thing that I'm going to be judging based on is replayability. Like, how often would I want to revisit this game over and over again? Like, if I were to keep playing. Because, like, a lot of games, they're really nice, but once you play them for the first time, it gets, like, really boring because there's nothing else to do in the game. Right, I guess we'll try one stand roll and stand upright again. And then we'll swap over to a different game. Stand upright gets a 10 out of 10 in pretty much every category, except for development, because there's a lot of bugs and patches and stuff. Especially with GER, there's a couple features that need to be added. It's still in testing, though, so yeah. Alright, next JoJo game. Alright, game. Alright, new game. Next game that we're trying out again is A Bizarre Day. You know, this is like one of the fan favorites of like Roblox JoJo games. It's really popular, probably the most popular. Oh, what the, dude, what? Okay, what is that guy doing? I never actually found out what that guy was doing, but that's besides the point. So, for fun, when you're actually in the game doing stuff, 8 out of 10. Replayability, I give it a 6 out of 10 just because the PvP is not all that great in my opinion. And then for the mechanics and how smooth the game runs and whatnot, that's a 10 out of 10. The devs, they do the job well. Not too many bugs or glitches or anything. Or at least not that I know of. Next JoJo game. Alright, next JoJo game that we're playing is YBA. You know YBA, everyone knows YBA. Some people don't. Anyways, YBA. This is probably, in my opinion, like my favorite JoJo game. Some of the mods can be poopy sometimes, but overall, the game's pretty cool. Other than the mods. The developer team took like a massive break, but I heard they're gonna be making like a really big update soon, so you know. So let's see. For fun, in general, it's really fun to play. So I mean, there hasn't been a really good new update in a while, so for fun I'd give it a 7 right now. For fun right now, yeah, 7. Replayability, it gets like a solid 10 out of 10 though, just because there's so many stands and specs that you can use for different combos. So 10 out of 10 for replayability. And then I would also give it for like gameplay mechanics. The PvP is extremely smooth, and in my opinion, like the best out of any JoJo games. Just because they have so many mechanics that they have to have work, and it just does. Like, look at this. Oh no. Please don't go back to me. Oh, that guy got double damage. F. YBA, for fun, gets a 7, because there's no new updates yet. Replayability, 10. PvP and mechanics, that's a 10 out of 10. One of my favorite JoJo games. I would recommend it. Highly recommend it. It's really good. Next JoJo game. Another Bizarre Adventure is like a new JoJo game that I see has like a lot of potential, but it's like in really early development right now. And I mean really early, like really early development. Like, what's it called? It reminds me a lot of ABD, because like there's a lot of ABD related games on this. Most of the models look really nice. I like them. Like Seaman, look at Seaman's model. It looks really nice. The models in this game are nice. They have ABD-esque animations, and they have like that. I like them. I like them a lot. I think they're pretty cool. They do have a lot of cool moves though. I mean, like some of the most unique moves that I've ever seen. Like, look at this. With Seaman, you can literally rotate the map, and there's like this sick animation. Like, I love that. I literally love this, dude. ABA seems like a pretty cool game in development. Got a lot of cool moves and models. And for fun, you know, there's not really much to do in it right now. Give it a 4 after you... I would give it a... maybe like a... it's a 9 after you're first trying all the stands. It gets pretty boring afterwards, though. Then I'd give it for replayability. That's a 1 after you tried nothing much to do. Mechanics are also like at a 4 right now. They still need to... it's still in testing. So yeah, I'll give it that. Next JoJo game. I just don't like how the stand feels so laggy. Like... I mean, the map feels pretty gloomy at night. The stand lags behind you, which I think is very odd. As for animations, I think they're okay. Could be better, but It's just okay. As for what's it called, PvP mechanics. Alright, so the three things that we're voting again, starting with are how enjoyable is it? Could I replay? Oh, this guy has the same hair as me. Anyways. How enjoyable is it? Can you replay it? And how smooth does the game feel? So, in my opinion, once again, this is just my opinion. I'm just gonna put it really lightly. I don't really like this game. It is not very beginner friendly whatsoever. There's not really much that you can do as a beginner. You guys might have your own like arguments and whatever you can say in the comments. Go ahead, you can do that. Go comment your opinion, but in my opinion, I don't think this is very enjoyable for beginners. I'm gonna save y'all for the long rant that I just went on about like Project JoJo. I mean, I don't really like the game that much. Stand feels kind of wonky. So for fun, it's a 5. Mechanics, it's an 8. Replayability, it's a 1. I don't really like it. That's my opinion. Next JoJo game. Alright, so the next JoJo game that we're going to be trying out again is Troublesome Adventure. So, what I've heard about this game is that it used to be like really popular and like thousands of people played it. Then it just died out of nowhere. I don't know if that's completely the truth or if there's like a whole story behind it. But I heard that it just died. So, nobody really plays it. So if you go into a server, it's gonna be really boring because there's nobody here but you. What I heard was that to get a stand in this game, you actually have to like level up. And each level that you get when you level up is the percentage of the arrow actually working. So you can't go and just get a stand when you first start out. And even if you're playing for a while, you still have to, you know, grind up a lot before you have a decent chance of getting a stand. I personally think that's really annoying. Like having to actually like grind up before you can get your first stand, because that's kind of the whole point of the game. Yeah, all around Troublesome Adventures, you get zeros all around the board, dude. It's a massive map. There's nobody there. I don't really know how to get started anyways. It just died out of nowhere. I think they're making a version 2.0 soon, but the current state of the game is just so blech. There's nothing to do there. 0 out of 0, dude. 0 out of 10, not 0 out of 0. Next JoJo game. Alright, so next and the last JoJo game that I'm gonna be playing is called JoJo Blocks. Alright, so JoJo Blocks, when you start playing it, it looks, the map looks alright. It looks pretty cartoony. Everything's really small. Reminds me of what you see in like a Roblox roleplay game. Like if I joined this for the first time and nobody had ever told me what it was, I'd probably say it's like some roleplay game until you see the stands or whatever, right? I don't think it's very enjoyable. So, once again, it's the same deal with having to grind up like a million years to get stands, which I think is quite annoying. And I played on a friend's account once as well, right? So I didn't have to do all that stuff. And the way that you do it is like, the controls are extremely odd in the first place. So like, all of your stands come in your hotbar, like you know, an item rather than actually having like pressing Q or something. But all of them usually come out as an item, and then you have to like, the controls are very odd in my opinion. I think they're very hard to get used to as well. Okay, so JoJo Blocks doesn't seem necessarily bad. It's just the fact that I could be doing anything else literally. Like, the game just does not give a really good first impression. It just doesn't look like that good of a JoJo game, so I don't really know. Once again, that's just my opinion. And now that we've tested out all the JoJo games, let's get into the tier list, dude. The tier list. What you've been waiting for. Alright, so we're back with our tier list, right? And let's start, so we have our 10 out of 10 would play again, okay? This is like, you know, this needs to, yeah. 10 out of 10 would play again. For the goods. Yeah, the great, good, okay, meh. Then we have this. This category shouldn't even be named, alright? So let's start with ABD, alright? ABD. I'd say I'd put it in the great, and the reason I put it in great is just because it's really enjoyable to play. It is good to come back to every once in a while. I come back to it constantly, check out new updates, new stands. Maybe I'll trade around, get some new ones. And the mechanics feel pretty smooth, and the game works just as intended. Plus, it's pretty original. That goes in the great category. Alright, then we got Project JoJo. Oh, what do I do with Project JoJo? Okay, so Project JoJo is I think it's just interesting. It's an interesting game. Like I said earlier, it just kind of looks like a roleplay game. I'm not judging it based on the looks or anything. I'm just observing. I mean, actually, no, that's not the game I'm talking about. Alright, next we got Project JoJo. I don't really like the map of Project JoJo, I already said that. Plus, there's not really much to do, in my opinion, from what I've seen of the game. So, for Project JoJo, I'd say that it's not very enjoyable. I don't really come back to it ever, like, at all. But the mechanics, I've done a little bit of PvP. It works alright. I'll give it an okay. Stand Up Right. This goes in 10 out of 10 would play again. I played a ton now after I got hooked on it. It's really enjoyable to play. The PvP is quite nice. They have a lot of stands you can do. There's got trading. And it's kind of like a mix of ABD and YBA, all of their good features, and then you just take astounding models and then just put it up here. 10 out of 10 would play again. Then you got Troublesome Adventures. This is automatically just going down here. And I'll tell you why. It's because the first thing, like I said earlier, is, you know, this game, nobody plays it. The servers are absolutely dead. I don't know what happened to this game. I heard it was really popular before. Nobody plays this game. The map is massive. It's hard to get around. And since literally nobody plays it, if you wanted to get a start on it, there's nobody to help you because there's like nobody in the game so you can ask. So it's like, what do? You're just kind of sitting there on a massive map. Not really much information, so that just automatically goes in the bottoms here. Then we have JoJo Blocks. JoJo Blocks looks kind of like a roleplay game. The controls are really wonky. They have a lot of cool stands though, so I'll put it in the meh, just because I don't really like the PvP and it's not really, I don't really like that. Another Bizarre Adventure. This game is actually a game that I got into for testing, and for my reviews for this game so far is actually it's doing really well. Like the models are comparable to A Bizarre Day, if not better. They're really good. A lot of the models are. A lot of them still need some reworks and whatever. What I like about Another Bizarre Adventure is the fact that they have a lot of moves and mechanics like that you haven't seen in a lot of JoJo games before. Like literally, Seaman literally flips the map sideways, like I showed you before. And they have like a lot of stand-off features, which is a new concept that a lot of new JoJo games are actually, you see getting implemented more. But this is one of the, in my opinion, this is one of the better ones. So it's going in the great. It's still in testing, and I can tell you that it's probably going to be somewhere. It's probably going to be, it's good right now. For now, I'll keep it in good, just because it's still in development. It needs some work. And we have YBA. Automatic 10 out of 10. So I'm giving YBA an automatic 10 out of 10 just because I have a little bit of bias. Because YBA is like the first Roblox JoJo game that I played. I got hooked on it, started my YouTube channel on it, kind of blew up a little bit. The models in this game, they're really good. Animations, they're good. Probably the best PvP in any JoJo game due to the specs that they have and all of the like infinite number of combos and different stands and specs you can try together. And they have, it's really good replayability. You can play it all the time just because of the specs, which I really think is it's one of the more original and unique ideas that they've had like that. So I think YBA up there. You got SBR, the Steel Ball Run, 1v1's game mode, and a ton of other random junk that's in there as well. There we go. Alright, so to finish off the tier list, my 10 out of 10 would play again games, Stand Up Right, YBA. Then we have for great category, A Bizarre Day. The good category is Another Bizarre Adventure, which is in testing right now. Project JoJo, it's okay, it's whatever. Then the meh category is, you know, JoJo Blocks, because of the weird controls and whatnot. And then Troublesome Adventures, just, there are so many reasons Troublesome Adventures. I'm not even gonna start again, dude. It was nasty, bro. Disgusting. Troublesome Adventures, nah. Don't even get me started. Alright guys, well that's pretty much it for today's video. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe. It really helps the channel out. I'm trying to revive my channel so it doesn't die, you know. I'm doing what I can. I'm trying different content because YBA, it's not getting any updates now. I mean, I heard there's supposed to be a new big update, but you know it's not getting any updates right now. Subscribe, it really helps. It would mean a lot to me. Yeah, this video did well again. And I'll see y'all later, dude.